beginning at verse 2. I'll catch you later on. All right, I got you later on. Start it up after the service. I got something for you. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Protocol has already been met. And this is where we're going to examine the scriptures today and learn from. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I would like to leave with you today the dark dimension. The dark dimension. For those who don't understand what a dimension is, it is a realm outside of this universe that has an influence within the universe. So you say, Pastor, how can that happen? How can something be outside the universe have an influence? Well, it's dealing with spiritual components. The dark dimension. And I'm going to talk about the dark dimension, but I'm going to take it from a perspective of mankind's heart. Mankind's heart is the dark dimension. Sure it is. It is our ugliness that comes from the heart that makes the universe a dark dimension. It's how we treat one another that makes the universe a dark dimension. The dark is the eternal adversary of creation. Meaning, what do we mean, Pastor, eternal? Mean ever since God created the heavens and the earth, darkness has been against God's creation. And when darkness, which represents evil, binds with God's creation, it creates an endless cycle of struggle against the powers of darkness related to man's mind. The evil can't touch the body. But if it get inside your mind, it can affect the body. Man's mind is dark. This dark dimension does not live alone. It does not live outside of itself. This dark dimension exists in conjunction with the universe because it has been birthed from the hearts of mankind, which then becomes an extension, making it link up with Satan and bring out all his diabolical plots against God's own creation. What am I saying? When man's darkness hooks up with Satan's influence, it is not Satan that causes the problems. It is man hooking up with his influences causes the problems. Yes, Satan is a rascal, but it's man's darkness that makes him a rascal. It is man's own ugliness from his heart that makes his diabolical plots against our own creation, against God's own creation. In other words, we become the biggest devils against each other. The devil don't make me a devil. It's when my ugliness from my heart comes out into the world, then that's when I become a devil. All right, come on now. We the biggest devils on earth. Satan's plots cannot be any effect until mankind's mind and his heart links up with him. The evil that we see and have to endure from each other and in the world is directly from the heart of the human race. I told a story last Wednesday that there's a man right now in penitentiary that's doing life and didn't kill no one. He's doing life and never touched no one. But because Charles Manson's mind was so influential on evil, because his mind was so powerful to influence those around him to kill, he is called an evil conduit and will never come out. Huh? That shows you how powerful the mind can be. When you can get somebody to kill for you, and other people's minds get influenced under your mind, you need to get locked away. You're dangerous. Because there's too many weak folks in the world that may come under your influence. Huh? Everybody's not strong in the mind. There's people who can get easily manipulated to do anything. Them folks need to be protected. So it's the influence that causes minds to get corrupted. Every soul has its dark truth. Don't think you're exempt. And every soul has its light truth. But let me show you what life does while we're living. Life says that either it's going to bring out your dark side, or it's going to bring out the light side. And what life does is, unbeknown to us, life says, I'm going to find out who you truly are. And I'm going to place you in situations which will test your values. Parents, including mine and myself, we spend time giving our children values. A good parent is always going to spend time teaching them right from wrong, teaching them say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, teaching them respect. What happens when they leave home? See, life says that he is going to put your child in a situation, and it's going to test his or her values. It has been said that you put a man into isolation and his true nature will be revealed. It's not only those children, it was us too. You cannot blame these children. When you and I left home, you was put in a situation, you done things that mommy and daddy didn't know about. Life will test your values. Life says, I'm going to show you who you really are. You think you're good now while you're under mom and daddy, but I got something out here for you. I want to see how strong you are. And that's what happens to most of us. That's what happens.